You're in a longer, more narrow room. The first floor, or the second floor that you were on, the rooms were pie-piece shaped. These rooms are a little bit more narrow. And the long wall in front of you, as you come up the stairs and enter this room, has a mural on it. The mural is of a depiction of Karnai, the fellow Karnai, who is whispering in Senai's ear. To the right of that, Enai lounges under Pim'wei, who is singing songs, playing songs for them. Behind them, Arbanai constructs the very tower that you're standing in. And to the right of that, Bonai is reeling in terror at the image of a Khorek plunging their pickaxe into the stone heart of Hakunai. And of all these depictions, this Khorek is a clear depiction of Ware'ik Sur, the adventurer who discovered this place, the one who led all of these people to found this village. And there is an inscription at the bottom that reads, "The fellows will feel his wrath in order." At the end of this mural, continuing to the right, is an iron door. And that's where we start tonight.
So in this mural, Bonai is the only one that seems like really concerned about this. Is that accurate?
I mean, and Hakunai, who's getting stabbed.
You're right. Hakunai
chest.
is being stabbed. But is Bonai the only one that seems to have even noticed this is happening?
Yeah.
And Bonai is the fellow of death.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that Bonai would be like afraid of...
Well, afraid of the death of Hakunai. Hakunai is essentially like what we live in. Like Hakunai is the fellow of stone.
It's more about the fact that they thought the Sapphires were going to make them live forever, right? And Bonai would become irrelevant. Isn't that a thing that they thought? That they would live forever, that with the Sapphires, that it would extend their life, and that they would...
I don't think I said that.
No,
I don't remember that.
But I mean, if that's what you think, that means it's not...
I don't remember it, but I...
No, that's fair. I might have made that up. That was my thought, though.
It's kind of not a problem if you think that.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of
Lore.
speculation as to what it is.
The fellows will feel his wrath in order.
Is it in order or and order?
In order.
Okay. In order.
In order.
Which, order of like when they were created, or order, some alphabetical order? I don't know.
Yeah, this mural would really disturb. I mean, this mural disturbs me. And Pim is gonna sit down cross-legged and pray to Pim'wei, the fellow that they have the strongest connection to. And they'll start just closing their eyes and pounding their chest in a harder than would be hard enough that it hurts, you know, almost like I'm swinging a hammer to, you know, forge myself while praying to the fellow of the Smiths. And I'm trying to focus and get clarity from Pim'wei on if Ware'ik Sur is someone they fear and someone that needs to be taken care of.
While Pim is doing that, Khorek, what do you do?
While Pim does that, I walk up to the mural. I'm kind of like zeroing in on the expressions and the detail that you described, just like really letting it sink in, and then I go and check out the iron door.
The iron door has no handle. It seems to be locked in place.
Well, you said locked, so pushing on it does nothing then?
Right.
No handle. How strong does it seem? I mean, it's iron, but is it rusted or anything?
No.
Okay.
Pretty sturdy.
I wonder if there's something to do with the mural, that like a sound or a keys this open somehow.
When you look at me, I'm kind of standing rooted right inside the door so I can see the whole mural, but I'm looking around to see specifically where their eyes are pointing in the room. And I think the ones that I'm the most interested in are Karnai and Senai. Like, where are they looking in the room? Are they looking at each other, or?
You notice, because these are very large pictures.
Yeah.
You notice that at least one of their eyes, every single one of them is a button.
Okay, so then if you say out loud to me, is there a sound?
Except for Ware'ik Sur.
Sure.
Only the gods. Or the fellows, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying I think there's something with the mural, or maybe we're supposed to say something, or...
How high up are... And I don't actually say words to you, but I like nod very fervently in confirmation, and I walk closer up to the wall. How high up are the buttons? I just point up.
Not very high.
Not very high?
The mural starts at the ground, and their height is... some of them are further back in the picture, but there's a button. There's a button there, yeah. You can reach all of them. Okay,
so it's not like, we need to stand on each other's shoulders or like figure out a way to...
No. I'm saving that for the grand finale.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. Freak attack in a trench coat?
Yep.
Yeah, great. Good.
That's the end of the episode.
I just point up at one, but I almost am gonna touch it, and then I recoil, and in order.
Oh, do you think it's in order of their creation, or in order that? Yeah. Okay.
In order of the wall would be too easy on the wall. If it was in this, no, not a good code. No.
Well, I mean, it would be, yeah, if we're not going Hakunai, and then Senai, and then Karnai, and then Pim'wei, and then Bonai, and then Arbanai, and then Hainai.
I always forget about that one. Arbanai.
Oh, we need work. Work's good for us. So we press those in that order, right? Okay.
Is that what you want to do right now? You want to do that? Pim, as you're pounding your chest, maybe it's difficult to even hear them talking because you're so focused on trying to reach out to Pim'wei.
Mm-hmm.
But in between the beating of your chest, you hear a click, and then another click, and then another click. You open your eyes, and you can see Khorek and Loy pressing buttons on a painting. Is this your prayers answered? It is art, and you are praying to the god of art, and by the time they press the last button, you hear a large thunk, and the door opens.
And I grab your hand and do one of those big...
My beefy arm comes out of my rock and we have an epic handshake.
Yes, epic Schwarzenegger. All right. Pim. It worked.
Yeah, I stand up, and good job, you guys. Nailed it.
I get my lantern and open the door.
Before we go in through that door, though, I stop and press my forehead as closely to the portrait of Senai as I can, and I say,
"You have to run. You have to go. You have to flee. You have to get away and save yourself."
Yeah, if you'll allow me in a few minutes, Pim would like to sketch this mural into their notebook.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the three of you take your moment before leaving this room. You take a moment to sketch out this mural. Take a moment to speak to your fellow.
And I don't like this mural because it shows Hainai in a bad light, so I just let them do their thing.
And Hainai's your fellow, right? Like that's the one you rock with, right?
Yeah.
How does it show Hainai in a bad light?
It's showing Hainai just laying there lazily. Like, looks very smug and stupid.
Yeah.
Balance isn't lazy. Balance is hard.
And you all head into the next room. The next room is shaped very similarly to this one. It's that kind of long crescent shape with one very long wall at the center of the tower. This room doesn't look like it's been touched in a long time. Longer than the other ones. it is filled with beautiful robes hung up on the wall along the curve of the tower. That wall are these beautiful robes. And there is a crate full of tattered clothing, discarded. The central wall, the long wall towards the center of the building, similar to where the mural was in the other room, is a large scale. The scale is held by a golden statue of Ware'ik Sur. They are benevolent. In one scale is a large iron ingot. It is weighing down the scale. The other side of the scale is empty. And looking at this scale to the right is another iron door.
Perhaps Hainai demands balance. How would we balance this scale?
I'm sure they used to do it with a Sapphire. I wonder if people came in here, if these were their clothes, these from the mines. And then once they delivered the Sapphire, they were given robes.
Did you say that statue of Ware'ik Sur was life-size?
Bigger than that.
Oh.
Humbly larger than that.
How easy are these scales to reach?
They come to about your chest.
Okay. And
the one that is empty is higher up, so it's about chin level. And then the one with the iron ingot is probably around your thigh.
And just to check, kind of pulling on it, it is a working scale. It's not like a... Okay.
It is.
I figured it was,
Yeah.
but just... All right.
The ingot is in these gold saucer.
Can we take the gold? Can we take the... What if I just walk up and I just grab the iron ingot to
Yeah,
look at it?
that's what I was thinking too. It's like, what if we just take it off? Then it's out.
It does balance the scale. And then what you see is the hand that is holding the scale. You could imagine these chains wrapped around this hand. It kind of shifts of the statue.
Does it kind of like lift up? Like it didn't
the
have as
hands
big a
balanced,
weight,
or?
It is one hand, and then there are two chains coming off of it. The chains are attached to saucers. One saucer had the ingot and the other was empty.
Okay.
And when you remove the ingot, the scale saucers balance, but the hand at the top looks like it's hinged and it tilts up.
Oh.
So it needs more weight to maybe tilt down.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything special about the ingot? It's just an ingot.
It's super heavy. But yeah.
Super heavy.
Like it's like a loaf of bread.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
half a loaf of bread.
But Lloyd,
Foot long Subway sandwich.
but with Lloyd's beefy arms, they barely noticed.
I know.
That's why you didn't
I was
mention it
the only
earlier.
person who was going to pick it up. The only tech that could lift it was probably Lloyd.
I do. Yeah, I'm strong.
What would happen if we put the ingot on the opposite scale? Probably
Mm-hmm.
the same thing, I imagine. But
The same thing happens. The hand comes down.
yeah,
This time you can hear like a click, almost like there's a mechanism running through the arm
Mhm.
that understands these weights.
Khorek is going to just push on the, like, leave the ingot in one side, but push on the other side. Like, putting weight on it until it's about balanced.
So you're leaving the ingot on,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're trying to find a balance literally by just pushing
with
it
body
down.
weight. Yeah, just literally pushing down.
When you do that, you hear some reactions happening behind the wall, clicking into place. And then the door opens. Like it opens. It doesn't just become unlocked, it swings open. And when it does, this figure in ornate robes, somewhat similar to the ones that you see on the wall, but even nicer than that. They may have been nicer than that. Now they're discolored with dirt and grime, and they're ripped and shredded. This figure comes out growling, and you can see its sunken eyes that this Katek has died and is now something else, something much darker. And It is going to rush out and attack Khorek, straight at the person who's got their hand on the scale. I only rolled a 9, which I'm sure misses. Mm-hmm. So it goes out at you with these hands, and you can just see this like gray-blue, sickly color to its flesh. And it has, the fingernails have continued to grow. And they're long and jagged. And it goes to claw at you, and you just lift your hand back and pull back, and it clatters into the scales, and they're swinging about. And as you lift your hand back, the door shuts close.
Yeah.
So let's roll initiative.
Uh-huh.
Or roll charisma. Against Khorek. I have an 18.
Oh, I have a 14.
What'd you get, Gail?
That's better.
14?
Yeah.
All right, it's going to try and go at you again.
Okay.
And what is your AC so I can move this
14.
a little faster? And it goes to attack you again. How does Khorek look when they're like dodging this thing? How they're bobbing and weaving? What is it like?
One, I don't want to really give like a free access to my pals behind me. So I feel like I'm like dancing back and forth, like the step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, step, touch, like going side to side.
Just doing a side to side kind of. All right, cool. Okay, it is your all's turn. Gail, how would you like to run this?
Well, first, Khorek is going to take out their hand drum of battle and activate. You'll have to do a better sound effect than I do.
I don't know. That was pretty good, but
Yeah,
and
we're just using that, Gail.
And draw their sword with the other hand.
All right, sword hand drum is happening,
And then
which gives everyone, what is it they get?
+3 to their
Plus
attack rolls
3.
for a round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, Loy, beefy arms, do you want to go? Or Pim, are you feeling feisty? Whichever one's next.
I think I was distracted by, and you're in between me and this thing.
Yeah,
So
I
I've
think I
got to
did
be
try
able
to
to
throw
reach
myself.
over you. I think I'm gonna try to like swing over you with my pickaxe. Actually, to try to like, because the bag of coal might hit you in the interim, like it's a little kind of unwieldy, but the pickaxe I should be able to get purchased pretty easy. So, sorry about no innovative combat. I'm just gonna pickaxe it.
Yeah,
I mean,
Maybe. All right. Well, I
it's
rolled
done.
a 20. Wait, I get +3.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I get to add +6 to the 18 I just rolled on the die.
Yeah, which means that you clear 21, which means you can add a little bit of a little extra sauce to this on top of the damage, which would be a D6 for your
I
pickaxe.
would like to. I want to blind it, and I think that it's because the pickaxe just like lands directly into its face, and I don't want it to be able to see anymore.
I don't know if it's going to stay blinded, but we'll yeah. For now, it can't see what's going on.
Well, then I learned something new about this monster, and it was still useful. So
It is useful, and it can't see right now.
right.
But it's just the way like the pickaxe works. I think it's going to be like one eye
Okay.
is going to get it, and then it's going to cover its eye in pain, and it'll just have one eye left. It's not going to be great, but right now it can't see, which means you guys can add another 2 to your. So Pim, you're going to get a +5.
Oh, all right.
Woohoo!
All right.
And then, do I roll damage though too?
Yes, that would be a D6.
A D6. I rolled a 5.
Perfect. That was a pretty good turn, and it may have set Pim up for something great. David, without further ado, what kind of magic do you have for us today?
Spells are quite the commodity. Pim's just gonna keep it simple, and Pim's gonna pick up the iron ingot and try and bludgeon this creature with it.
Yep.
All right. That's a 17, so yeah, +5. That's going to put me over 21 as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
What would you like to happen?
I am going to try and I'll bash this in the leg and try and just break and shatter its leg so that it can't move
All right.
very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna give it a bad wheel. All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. What damage
Guys,
would
rolling
this
so
iron
good.
ingot be? D6, D8.
Let's do a D6. I mean, it's hefty.
Yeah.
And you crit, so we'll say D6.
All right. A 4.
Go ahead and roll charisma, Gail, to see.
Well, doesn't it get to respond?
No, actually, it went first.
I
That's right.
went first.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I forgot.
I failed
17.
first. 19. So, sheer will, it is one-eyed and hobbling, and it's going to claw at Gail, and probably poorly. I'm giving myself -2. And it's going to miss. This is the most pathetic fight. I want to have fun, too. Gail, what would you like to do? This thing is beat to shit. And it can't move very well.
Strangely,
It's got one leg, and when Pim hit it with the ingot, its bones are so old. You could hear the stone crumbling in its knee joint, and its leg has bent sideways, and now like piece of its shin is sticking through its flesh. And its leg is dangling on it, and it continues to put weight on it, so it gets a little bit more bent and gross, and the limp becomes more pronounced as it shuffles towards you, trying to claw at you with one eye oozing black ichor. And did I paint the picture? Did I do it?
You got it. You got it real good, baby. All right.
You didn't sound good, baby.
Okay, so I don't know why, but this time there's just something about this being very, very sad and pathetic. So I kind of want to end it, and I'm gonna hand drum again. I am going to, seeing its mobility stifled, I am going to get out of both of your all's way and just kind of let you all go at it. But I'm gonna keep the hand drum going for another round. I'm like, finish it, finish it off.
Yeah. Just do
get
it.
this done.
You are truly the leader of Khorek. Look at you.
Finish it. And that's my turn.
When's the last time Khorek really got their hands dirty?
Khorek is not that useful.
When they
Except
got covered in
at,
basilisk
hand
blood.
I was just gonna say, I think that's the basilisk blood was the last time.
But they didn't fight the basilisk.
They did not.
No, but they got dirty.
Yeah, they
I mean,
definitely got
they got
dirty.
paralyzed. Got turned into stone. But I'm talking about like.
Look, I'm really pretty under all this basilisk blood.
All right.
Yeah.
So you all get a plus. What was it again? 3.
It's 3.
This thing's decrepit and beat up. And I was thinking it would be a tougher fight, but.
Well, I guess I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to like do a pushing maneuver to get it back away. But maybe
roll. Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, maybe can I use my pickaxe instead? Is my pickaxe still in its head, or did I pull it out already in your head? Not in your act.
But you still have it in your hand.
In my hand, yeah. But I'm wondering if it's like still stuck in.
I think it was like a swipe that like caught the ocular cavity of one eye and like shattered this little bit of bone and pulled through, and its eyeball is hanging out through this hole in the side of its face, and you can see the nerve sliding up against the chip bone, slowly getting sawed away.
And black
Great,
ichor.
that's worse. Okay.
This is what I warn people of when I run games at convention.
This will get graphic and gory.
This is my trigger warning that I put in there. It's like I don't put a formal warning, but the warning is clear. I go, I will describe things terribly. If you don't want to fuck with that,
Say so now.
I love you. Go play with somebody else.
I must have gore in my.
I can't stop myself from doing it. So even if we're playing like Friendship and Rainbows, My Little Pony RPG, I'll be like, Buttercup's fucking has bit its tongue off and it's choking on the blood.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, okay. Well then.
Anyways,
Yeah.
its eyeballs hanging out of its face, and you have your pickaxe free to do what you will.
I have my pickaxe, but I really, in my heart, want to do more of like a "This is Sparta" moment, if that makes sense. To like knock it against a wall, to maybe like hopefully throw it off balance so that Pim can hit it more easier. I'm like imagining.
Just a straight kick down the middle.
Yeah.
it's only
like
got
against
one
the
leg.
statue, like throw it off balance. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's kind of the moment I'm after. Yeah. Get some distance. Roll. I rolled a 15, and then I get to add 6 because I've got 3 for my strength and 3, so that's a 21 exactly.
Yeah. What do you want to happen?
I will roll less damage just because it's my foot, right? Like probably a D4.
D4.
Yeah, that's fine. A 2.
But you just want to knock it down.
But I get to use my
basically?
maneuver. I want to knock it down so that it's on the ground. Like I
You
want to
kick it
down.
and it goes to lean back on that leg that's broken, that Pim broke, and the whole thing folds completely.
Ooh.
So now when it falls over, its heel is touching its hip. Like that's how its leg has folded sideways. Does that make sense?
It does.
Are we all picturing? Do we all have that clear?
Yep. Crystal.
As it falls to the ground under the feet of this gold benevolent statue of Ware'ik Sur, and it turns and claws at Ware'ik Sur's feet, and Ware'ik Sur's expression is unchanging.
Good, because if it changed, I would have freaked out.
Same.
Pim, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna walk over and straddle over this monstrosity and take my shovel and try and separate
Behead it.
its head from its shoulders.
Feel free. I think you have like a plus a billion.
I've been rolling well. So yeah, that's an 18. So plus everything is
Plus 5.
is what's plus 3
Oh.
plus my strength.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be 23.
So he cuts its head off.
Sure.
How much is the shovel?
We're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Don't roll it. Let's just describe what you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this thing and almost mercifully of just like this needs to end. Of just put it down and
You pop its head off and it rolls to the side. The body twitches for a little bit and the head rolls, resting on its neck. And the one good eye is staring up at the statue of Ware'ik Sur. You almost get the feeling like it's wondering when will Ware'ik Sur save them? The answer is never, because they're dead. Hello, dear listener. It's your old pal Jay interrupting the story for just a brief moment to tell you about how you can support the show so we can reach more listeners like yourself. There are 2 ways to do this. One is word of mouth. You could review our show on whatever platform you're listening on, and that platform will then push us out to new listeners. It's awesome. Or you can just straight up tell people about our show, whether that's in a community forum like on Reddit or Discord, or literally just going up to a human being while you're checking out groceries and asking them if they need a new podcast to listen to. I hear people love that. Besides word of mouth, you can also go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and become a paid supporter of my creative endeavors. Paid supporters get a cool behind-the-scenes look at how we make the show. They get access to secret character questionnaires from my players, raw video recordings of every episode that we've made, and a special post-mortem episode featuring myself and the cast when the season is over. But don't worry, if you're not in a position to support us financially, you can still go to patreon.com/getoutofdepth and subscribe for free. You'll be able to keep up to date on everything I'm working on. I'm very thankful for my audience listening to me goof around with my friends, and I hope to continue making cool stuff for you to enjoy with your friends. And you can learn all about it at patreon.com/getoutofdepth. Okay, all right, enough of that. Let's get back to the show and see what fate has in store for these 3 heroes. With the exception of the basilisk, I just need you guys to get this far.
Oh, at
He's
this
like, I
point,
didn't
After
really wanna
this-
kill you
at this
yet.
point, we can die.
After this, yeah, I kind of had like a cutoff of like, when do I start sending really terrible things? And we're about to reach it. Tara's
Yay.
so concerned. I love it.
Yeah.
I think we
I
can.
Such a
mean,
good
we're
face.
fine, honestly.
I think we can
fine.
just negotiate from here on out. Honestly,
Yeah, no more violence. No more violence.
yeah, just like some really heart-to-heart conversations.
Yeah, I got it. I got the charisma for
I
that.
love it's such bullshit. No more violence, man. And then you're like, fucking, I want to rip its
Pickaxe?
eyes out with my pickaxe.
with my
I had
sausage
kind of pictured that it
fingers.
had like gone in through its temple and that you could like see the pickaxe through its eye holes.
Oh.
But I like your version too. But I was like, then it was gonna use its skull to like swing it around.
Just yanking it around by its skull. Next time.
Next time, yeah, exactly.
I believe when Pim beheaded the undead Katek, Loy, you were trying to say
I really
something. You
want
wanted
to
to do
pick
something.
it up and see how it compares to that iron ingot in weight.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is
I mean, I was too. That
Can we
tableau
put-
is just too juicy to.
But
Put
like
it
I
on
like it
there
rolls
and-
over and it stares up at the thing, and then I like reach down and grab it from out of frame. It's just my hands, my beefy hands wrapping around its.
Khorek's with you, like taking the ingot and putting it on the one side, and then like picking up some like the shattered leg and like shaking it loose and like piling it on.
Yeah. How doesn't a head weigh 14 pounds typically? I think it's the. I
With
don't know
everything
that.
in it. I don't know what Jay said. This was juicy.
The ingot is going to weigh more than 8 pounds.
Okay.
A head is 8 pounds.
Well, I think the brain is 8 pounds,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
Actually,
I thought
But I'm
right.
looking at the dimensions. I've already described the ingot as big, kind of large.
Mhm.
And I just, and this is according to the Gemini AI, an 8-pound iron ingot is roughly a small rectangular block with dimensions around 6 inch by 2 inch by 1.5 inch. That's 8 pounds.
But you said a half a loaf of bread.
That's like a fucking deck of cards.
6 inch. Maybe tarot cards. Anyway. All right, cool. So we need like
Okay.
2 heads worth. So yeah, like, okay, I get the leg.
Are you guys just gonna start dismembering it and like
We got a
stacking?
shovel, man.
Oh my
I mean-
gosh, we got a shovel.
I can
we
also
do this
put-
by
I-
hand, but now that we have a shovel, we could do it like properly.
Have you ever tried to dismember a body by hand? It's hard.
It is hard.
Well, the shovel.
Oh.
will
Why
help.
would you know? What if we put the head in my cooking pot and see if that gets us close?
Can you go fill the cooking pot with some water from the dirty troughs and
No.
then
We're not going back there.
Put the
you know.
head in.
I'm not letting Pim.
Head soup.
Last time I
No,
was
I-
looking at the water, it attacked me because
Yeah.
it shimmered. So
I wanted a
read.
rematch? Yes.
Yeah.
I can put my stuff on I can put my pickaxe because I have a sword, and my bedroll, at least until we come back down, and my grappling hook, or my like rope hook.
Well, let's start with like the heavier things, like maybe the cooking pot first, and we'll see
Yeah.
how much we need to
We'll
add to balance.
When it gets to be towards the end, I'll open up my bag of charcoal and I'll just drop little pieces
Yeah.
of charcoal on top.
All right, you guys are going to start removing items and putting items on the weight plus the head.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Just remember what items you gave up,
Okay.
and
I
we'll
don't have
say
to
some
give up
charcoal.
a whole
hot.
bag of charcoal, do I?
I wouldn't think so. We might need like
No.
a coal's worth to like. I really think the coal is going to be the the
It is
little
like
bit.
it's their little tiny rocks, right? Like I just like
Yeah.
2 or 3 at the very end to nudge it. I'll
Sure.
give something
Because
up
I mean, if between a
that's-
cooking pot and a pickaxe,
No, it's fine. The truth is that we're all theater people who don't know weights of things.
That's true. Because everything is too light on stage. Everything is way lighter than it is.
Like, yeah.
It's all styrofoam.
Right. Nothing weighs anything in theater. You're just picking up nonsense.
But you pretend.
You're picking
that
up
it weighs a
foam
lot.
bullshit.
No, you act that it weighs a lot.
Sorry, act. Yes.
You all do this, and they click into place, and you're essentially like fine tuning it with coal until it evens out, plus the other stuff. The head is in the pot,
Mhm.
and it lines up, and the door swings open.
Okay. Sword.
Hope we don't need a meal on the upper floor.
You peek around the door, and there is a staircase ascending upward.
I imagine we would ascend.
At the top of the stairs is a beautifully ornate door. It is the same silver and gold layering that the front door to the tower had. The ones that that had the lock mechanism that you had to put the key into. This one is an image of Ware'ik Sur surrounded by jagged mountains. There's something really odd about the picture, though. Just the framing of it. You can't put your finger on it, but the imagery doesn't have that classical feel. It seems abstracted. Perhaps madness setting in.
I'm going to take out my notebook again and start trying to draw this picture and kind of focus on the lines, try and figure out why I might feel it so odd as I draw.
Your door handle?
There is. And there is a lock. And I didn't mention this because we were so caught up in the head getting beheaded, but you would have seen this as you beheaded the head. There was a key around the neck of the person
I actually
at the bottom of the stairs.
realized I meant to search that thing before we left. But we were having so much fun creating the right weight.
But there is and the key would have came, like the necklace would have came off from the beheading, and it's the whole thing. Yeah, the thing had a key around its neck.
So with having taken the key, first of all, I just try the door to see if it's unlocked. But if not, then
It's locked.
I see if the key works.
It does. You hear it click, and the door is unlocked. Would you like to open it?
I kind of turn to the others because I know Pim's drawing, and I don't like to disturb them. So I wait until Pim gives me like a nod. But I'm kind of also holding on to the door, like making sure that nothing opens it, if that makes sense.
Can I ask a question while we're waiting for Pim to finish drawing? About, like,
Yeah, sure.
I would be observing this depiction of Ware'ik Sur, and it looks odd, abstracted, but what is the expression on their face? Like, what are they doing?
Ware'ik is holding out their hands and looking upward.
What is above us?
Historically speaking, culturally speaking with Khorek, up is scary.
Right.
Going downward is the natural inclination of Khorek. So any depictions of things looking upward or going upward is generally met with unease. Because it's not a natural state of thing.
As I'm thinking about that, though, I do just look above us right now. Like, is it the whole thing is this, like, blue-veined rock still? The blue-veined marble?
The marble, that was like a facade, that outer ring. This is more like a gray, dark stone. It's nothing special in here.
Okay, because I want to ask, I'm sure there are underground mountains, but
You're surrounded by them.
Yeah, but at the same time, it seems odd to see even a picture of them. I feel like underground mountains, one, like, would be hard to see and probably, like, not, like, also not a good thing. Like, it's just a bunch of stuff to traverse and everything. Like, you know, mountains usually are challenging, and it's not. These do look like underground mountains, though, right? Like cavernous.
The whole framing of it looks so weird. I mean, you can't really fathom what else they would be.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I think in this moment, Loy is feeling a bit of vertigo, which is a very interesting feeling, realizing how far up we've climbed in this tower.
Yeah. Even going up in a tower, generally Khorek don't like building up. Like, I think we mentioned this a while back, like, the buildings are inset into the hills and the mountains underground, and they're they're blocky, maybe 2 stories.
Well, Lloyd, you need to
But
sit down.
if they're multi-level buildings, they go down. Right.
Yeah.
First floor would be the first floor, and then second floor would be the
One
basement.
underneath, yeah.
Third floor would be the basement under the basement. You know?
Lloyd doesn't say words back to you if you ask them if they need to sit down. They just kind of stare a little.
I kind
Maybe.
of grab your hand, just like your arm, kind of giving you something to ground to or like balance to.
I grip back, and it's strong. I'm like, I am gonna hang on to you. Yeah.
But I'm sure, like, especially seeing Ware'ik Sur look up, like, I think that also, like, there's like, it's a little bit, you know, like if you're ever standing on like a precipice or like near a precipice and you go up or if you look at like a skyscraper, it makes you feel, it's not vertigo, but it like you feel unbalanced. Like I do find myself like looking at the ground and like, I don't want to look at this dude looking up. It's weird.
As I finish the drawing, can I... am I able to feel anything by recreating these lines as to why this makes me feel so uneasy?
Yeah, it's just kind of hard to understand what it is about the lines that unsettle you, but there's something about the framing of it that makes it feel so open. Khorek are very closed space people.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time that we open that door.
I'm gonna keep my arm with Loy, but I'm gonna kind of have my arm clasped through your arm, Loy, kind of like reposition, put the lantern there, and open the door.
You open the door, and inside is just one large round room. The room is a lot to take in. The walls are a light gray and with like a little bit of brown, very earthy. The base ring around this room is speckled in emeralds that refract the light when you enter. Inside the room is what looks like a large bed at the opposite end, a slab, but any furniture, anything that was made here has been crumbled and broken. More concerning is that the room is filled with Khorek. Few dozen.
Husks?
They're all on the ground, on their knees. Some have rolled over, dead long ago. What you see that haunts you is that there are dark spaces on the walls, and at first you think it's the shadow being cast from your lantern. And it does appear to be the shadow, but it is permanent on the walls. Some of the shadows remain of Khorek who no longer hold that position. Their bodies are dry and blackened, charred, just like the coal in Loy's bag. The ones who are frozen in time in their position are all looking upward, their shadows holding up their hands in fear. When you follow their eyes upwards, you see that the entire ceiling is a dome. And the dome is covered in hundreds of sapphires.
How far away are we from the top of the dome?
The dome starts about 15 feet from the floor and then continues up at its apex in the center of the room is probably 25 to 30 feet from the ground.
You said this was going to be 3 Khorek on their shoulders.
I wasn't lying.
That's so funny. But this is very serious.
I know, sorry. It was so freaking creepy and scary, and then all of a sudden I put it together.
So you said they're all in a circle, like ritual style?
They're just scattered throughout the room.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The ones that are closest to the wall, you can see where their shadow is still on the wall.
What's in the middle of the room?
There is a platform that continues up like stairs to where if you were to stand on the top of it, if you were to climb to its top, you would be inside the dome.
So if you climb to the top, you could potentially reach these sapphires?
Almost. We'll have to stab.
Almost, yeah.
Is there anything on the platform?
Well, when you look at the platform, you see that there is it looks like a lever, but it's a slit in the side of the platform. And Pim, what you see inside this slit sticking out of it is the handle to a sword.
Is it a sword that I recognize?
Yeah. It has a worn leather handle, and at the center where the handle meets the blade is a stone that is embedded into it. It is a black stone with a white streak down the middle, making it look like an eye. And you can feel it looking at you.
I've seen this sword before.
Under the sword is another Khorek that looks like they are crumpled under this blade, where this sword is buried into the platform. Their shadow looks as though they were holding it.
I go to Khorek and I tell them, when my smitty gave me this new eye patch, there was a moment and I thought it might be a dream, that when she took off the old eye patch, I saw an image of this sword. I thought I might have imagined it in some way because it didn't make any sense, and then I kind of flip over and I find the page in my notebook where I have drawn exactly this sword. But this is what I saw.
And the sword you see in Pim's sketchbook is the handle is identical. The sword itself is a strange looking sword. It's nothing, it's actually interesting because of how imperfect it looks. It looks as though the metal itself had been melted and that the blade is chipped and scarred. It looks like an unfinished sword, or a sword that has been dipped in lava and allowed to harden imperfectly. But you can't see that because the sword is sticking into the slit in the side of the platform.
I see. So the part that would be cracked in the drawing is embedded.
But that's
yeah.
But it is in Pim's.
But the handle and everything is the same.
But in the in Pim's picture is the meltedness, the crack.
Yeah.
Okay. So Pim's vision was it whole, or not? I mean, not that it's not whole, but
chipped and cracked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole sword, and you can only see part of it. But so far, it looks like that sword.
Going to approach the sword. This is a stone that looks like an eye, like you said, like a.
Yeah.
Knowing that I had an image of this sword in the moments when my smitty was changing my eye patch, I approached Loy. Is there any way you can help me take this off? I wonder if I might see more.
I just kind of creak a little and lean closer into you. It's like
stitched into my eye. So there are almost these kind of thicker threads or anything that's stitched into my skin that is attaching the silver eye patch around my eye.
I reach out kind of slowly with one of my hands to touch it so that I can feel the material, and my fingers trace the outer edge of it so that I can tell what kind of tool it will require. Do I have the sense that I would be able to cut this with a hunting knife, or if not...
You could cut it with a hunting knife.
Then that is what I will do.
I was going to say, hearing that that's what Pim wants to do, I start to pull on the sword from the slit.
You're going to pull it out?
Yeah. Sorry, Khorek's like, oh, my love wants the stone. Let me get it. Very easy thought.
So, Loy, you pull out your knife, prepared to cut off this eye patch that's been sewed into Pim's face. And as you start to remove one thread, delicately, gently, Khorek, you grab the sword and you pull it out. Yeah?
Yep.
And as you remove it, you start to see that the blade itself looks like dripping metal that has solidified, still somewhat in the shape of a sword. And when you remove it from the platform, you hear a sound of clicking inside the platform. And above you, the dome starts to creak, starts to shake. And now you notice that there are seams in the dome. And those seams are starting to break apart and open. And the dome is splitting into several sections. And you feel this intense smell that you've never felt before. You've never experienced this odor. And this gust of wind fills the room, blowing the ashes of so many of the Khorek here. And these ashes swirl about you as the ceiling blossoms. And above you, you see an expanse of darkness, illuminated by little points of light. And it seems to go on forever.
Wow.